Hi, everyone. My name is Asha Creary, and I am a licensed professional counselor here in the state of Texas and a licensed professional counselor approved supervisor in the state of Missouri. And we are here with another episode of Post-Grad with Asha. I think that's the season. So I always kind of talk to people a little bit about who I am and what I do. So I, of course, am a clinic director here in the state of Austin, Texas. Well, in the area of Austin, Texas. I currently, teach, I coach, I mentor, I do small business coaching, investing, anything you can think of, I got my hands in it. So what I wanted to come to you guys and talk to you guys a little bit about is this amazing announcement that I have for you guys. So, if you've been following some of my videos, you probably always hear me say I am not a licensed professional counselor supervisor in the state of Texas just yet, but hopefully January I will be. So, what month is it? It's January. It's the top of the year. And guess what? You guessed it. I am now a licensed professional counselor supervisor in the state of Texas. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys, but there's three main things I want to talk about, and I'm going to try to keep this video as short as like 15 minutes, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is my why. The second thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is what am I looking forward to? And the third thing is my intention/plan. So my why. Some of you guys may have heard me talk about how I got here. So I got here out of survival. Crave Counseling was created out of survival. I was hoping to join a private practice and learn the ropes first before I got a private practice. But the cards that I was dealt forced me to go into survival mode and start the business myself. So if you guys have watched some of my previous videos, you guys kind of know that I applied to like 14 different private practices in the city of Austin, Texas, and every last one of them denied me, which is okay, because I am a very flexible person and I know the transferable skills that I have, and I'm gonna always be able to pivot regardless of the outcome of the situation. So I just want to make sure that you guys kind of know why I chose to become a supervisor. So the first fold is, how did Crave Counseling come about? That was me getting denied 14 different times from the various private practices I was denied at a position at. Again, that's no shade to those companies. I either wasn't a fit or I was too ambitious. It was one of the two. The other part of my why is, I don't know that I've ever talked about why Crave Counseling was so important or why starting a private practice was so important to me. So it was really important to me because I wanted people who look like me to have safe spaces and to have a work environment that was not toxic and that was not super heavy, I guess, if that makes sense. So what that means is most people work in agency-based settings. That's the only setting that most people know. And I wanted to create an environment where clinicians had the opportunity to be in a healthier, a little bit more slower pace, and in an environment where clients want to come see them, not because this is the only provider that they gave me or had available in this facility, not in a position where I'm only here because, the program that I'm enrolled in requires me to be here. I wanted clinicians to be able to have the experience of seeing a client go from being at the most difficult stage in their life to now they can cope in the world by themselves. And if you have experience working in an agency, you oftentimes see that that's what typically happens, is where you have clients who come in because they're required to. You don't really get to see the full experience of seeing them go from start to finish and graduating out of therapy. And so I wanted to kind of create an experience like that for the clinicians, but I also wanted to be able to teach them and show them how easy it is for them to pivot out and how it's attainable. I ain't gonna say easy, but how attainable it can be for them to transition into this state or phase if this is something they choose to do in the future. On the flip side of that, the other reason why Crave Counseling was started was because I wanted clients who were used to the agency-based programming, who was used to the overworked and underpaid clinicians, who was used to not being heard and not being been giving like the quality services or individualized services that they really, really want or need. And so I wanted to make sure that it was twofold. Not only did I want to create an environment for clinicians, I wanted to create a welcoming environment for clients where they come in, there's a water, there's an admin staff there to help them and support them. But also it's just a calm, straightforward environment, I guess, so to speak. All right. So that's my why as far as how Crave Counseling got here and why Crave Counseling exists to begin with. That was my purpose and my intention with Crave Counseling. I didn't open up Crave Counseling to be, oh, I want to be this boss babe. I want to be like this power clinician in the city. No. Half the people in the community don't even see me like that because I'm always working. I'm always behind the desk. And I don't want to be the face of Crave Counseling. And I don't want to be the face because Crave Counseling wouldn't exist without my team, whether it's people who's still with me or people who's transitioned out or people who have, just graduated and gone on to bigger and better things, with me pushing them out the door to go do those things. But I say all that to say is that this company and Crave Counseling was not about me. So let's get into the why I became a supervisor. One, I have the transferable skills. I was a school teacher. I was a lead school counselor. I already have a supervision license, a supervisory license in Missouri. Already had one, right? And then on top of that, I thoroughly enjoy learning and teaching and training. I absolutely love it. I love it. Like the only reason I left teaching is because I wanted to be a counselor who taught other counselors how to go farther. I absolutely love teaching math. If I could go back and teach 2 math classes a day and then see clients and then, not a lot of clients, but like 1 or 2 a day, and then train my clinicians, that's the perfect world for me. But because you can't take a 1 to 2 class teaching math position on a campus, they want you there full time and confined to their campus. That's the only reason why I won't go back into education. But I absolutely love teaching. So the why I got here is because I have the skill set. I have the personality. I have the skills and I think I'm qualified. So that's the why, essentially. So let's get into what I'm looking forward to. I am really looking forward to seeing people go from not knowing anything or not being confident to being able to regurgitate information forwards and backwards from the code of ethics, from their mental, for them to be able to see a situation and realize, hey, we got to clean this up because this could potentially impact my license status. Like, I want to see those pivots into this great clinician. I want to see that. Or what I'm also looking forward to is witnessing the aha moments, being able to see the light bulb go off as I challenge their current status or their current skill set. Like, hey, I saw that you did this, but I really want to see you get into your authentic self as a clinician. Like, I want to see these things happen for you. So I said all that to say is that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to witnessing the growth. I'm looking forward to watching people become these great clinicians that they want to be. Now, let's get into intention/plan. So I just got my license. And my plan, hopefully, for this year and the years to come is to only have about 6 to 8 supervisees. And what I want that to look like, or what my plan is, right? I want at least 2 supervisors that work directly under me, but that are also under my supervision. What that means is you're getting supervised by me and you are also working within my practice so that you can see how I do things. You can watch me, you can model me, and I can also help you grow, right? So I want one or two people who work in Crave Counseling, but also who are under my who is directly under my supervision with the state licensing board. The second thing I want to see, or my plan, is hopefully I have one or two school teachers or school counselors that want to pivot out just like I did. There's a lot of people that don't really understand how many jobs and how many roles there are out there in which they're able not only to accrue hours, but it helps them transition out, and they will learn and identify what those identifiable skills or those transferable skills are to help them get to where I was able to transition into immediately following transitioning out of the school district. So that's another thing I plan for. The other thing I plan for is I plan to hopefully have one or two LPC associates that have their own practice. I want to teach them everything about operating a private practice, from securing a client to marketing to document retention to, what it looks like to be audited to, handling refund requests, handling difficult patients, because I think what happens is a lot of people jump into private practice with the mindset that, oh, this is going to be easy, not realizing that you're operating as a business owner and a therapist. And sometimes there is no room for feelings when you have bills to pay, right? So I want to help them grow in some of those areas. I also want to see clinicians know that code of ethics, not only from, the Texas Behavioral or BHEC, right? I want to see them regurgitate the, LPC code of ethics from the BHEC site or the Secretary of State site, and know what that looks like in practice and in theory and on paper. I also want them to understand business ethics and HIPAA and how that translates when you operate your own business, and just everything you can think of that is necessary to operate your own business. I want to see that. So those are my plans to hopefully have, like I said, one or two that work directly under me, but also is under supervision with me. I want one or two school counselors or school teachers that are hoping to pivot out. And then I also hope to have one or two LPC associates that operate their own private practice. My max is probably going to be 3 of each of those categories. I don't want anything more than that, just because I want to make sure that I maintain quality and standard, if that makes sense. I don't want to be a supervisor that has 20 LPC associates sitting under my license and I can't pinpoint what everyone is doing. So that's my plan. I'm super excited about potentially teaching LPC supervisor courses. Now, hear me out. Y'all probably like, she just got that license. She doing too much. Yes, I know. But I have to remind you that I have been a supervisor in another state. So with that being said, I have the experience. I've taught, I've coached, I've mentored, you name it, I've done it. And so even though I just got supervision status on paper in Texas, I've been doing this, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I've been doing this. And so my hope and my goal is for those who are coming behind me as I navigate this new territory of being a supervisor here in Texas, is that I can teach. I thoroughly enjoyed teaching. I might have mentioned this before, maybe not. I would have been in education for as long as I possibly could have. Yes, I did mention that a second ago. For as long as I possibly could have. But the only issue is I don't want to be confined to a classroom or a campus, i.e., can't do it no more. But if I'm in a position where I'm like, you know what? I want to teach a supervisor course every quarter with about 5 students who gets my undivided attention. It's very hands-on. I like to call it the kitchen sink method, where we come together and I'm teaching them everything, and then we just got paper everywhere. And I'm like, yes, this is how we finna do this today. Get this notebook, get this paper, get this part of the chapter. We finna do some work up in here, and I'm finna teach y'all everything. So I digress. But anyway, I'm looking forward to those 3 things. So I say all that to say is that thank you guys for those of you who've been following me, who have been sharing my YouTube channel, who has, just been rocking with me, right? Like some of my videos are way more serious, and then others there's a little bit of entertainment here and there, and then you have some videos that has a mixture, just like this one. Like there is a little bit of funniness there, but also at the same time, very serious video, right? Like again, I'm excited. Thanks in advance. If you guys know someone who's looking for a supervisor in Texas, just send them my YouTube. You don't have to be like, oh, she's going to be a great supervisor. You can just send them my YouTube channel and they can look at some of my supervision videos so that they can see, if I am someone whose personality will mesh with them and if that is something they're looking forward to. So yeah, so thank you guys again. I'm so excited. I really wish I had the little, the little thing where you blow into it and go, with the little balloons and stuff, but I didn't have it. So I just gotta, do my hand claps. Thank you guys for, I guess, just allowing me to announce this today or whenever you come across this video. And I hope that, my plan, my intention, and my vision resonates with somebody, whether it's a supervisee looking for a supervisor, or whether it's a supervisor who's trying to figure out where to even get started or where they want to go or what their vision is or what their why is, their purpose, their intention. And what you guys will learn about me is, or if you haven't already picked that up, I'm very intentional. I always have a plan. I'm always looking forward to something. I'm always hoping and dreaming and pushing people to do better and do more. So yeah, I can keep going. That's also something you'll know. So I'm just going to digress right here. And thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all see them. Y'all see how they trying to do me? Thank y'all. Look, they gave me the balloons. Y'all, I didn't even put that in there. That was just like a little extra. That's the MacBook stuff. That's the iCloud updates or whatever. But anyway, bye y'all. I hope to see y'all in the next video. Can't wait to share what next is coming up because I have some other 2 really big things coming up and I'm excited to share it. So I digress. Bye.